and welcome to your 10-minute body transformation. I am joining you from the gorgeous Isle of Wight. It's such a beautiful week. I hope you've all had a really, really lovely week. And as glorious as it is, and as grateful as I am to be here, it can be quite a lot being with children all the time. So anyone else that is with their children all week this week, perhaps you can, you know what I mean. It's beautiful, but it can be a lot. And what it has really made me appreciate and acknowledge is how grateful I am for all of the practices that I have and for that ability to be able to carve out time for ourselves. And it's not always easy, but it's just really reminded me what a necessity it is that we really are able to come into resonance with ourselves first. We're able to regulate ourselves, feel really aligned, and also that we feel physically and energetically like we're topped up so that we have the patience and the time, to give to others. So I want to share with you a tip that I use to help to really reset my nervous system if I am feeling a bit frazzled, if I'm feeling a bit pushed, a bit stressed. And this could be, at any moment. It might be that you've been with arguing, fighting kids for a whole day. It might be that you've just been the victim of some road rage or whatever it is, that if you feel like, oh gosh, I'm feeling really wired, I really need to calm myself down and to regulate. These are 3 of the things that I do. So we're going to start with just taking one hand to heart and one hand to belly and closing your eyes and breathing and allowing your awareness to really drop into your body and notice how you feel. How does your nervous system feel? Do you feel calm and safe and spacious and relaxed? Do you feel a bit wired, a bit kind of buzzy, a bit shaky, a bit anxious? Are you somewhere on that energetic spectrum? So just notice this is where I'm at. And then we're going to start with taking our peace fingers, and you're going to take probably going to be your middle finger to the front of your ear and then the index finger to the back of your ear, and just begin to massage up and down. So this is very close to where the vagus nerve, it lives, it comes down and it innervates your diaphragm and the digestive system. But this is where it's really close to the surface. So this is an area where we can tone it. So just gently massaging here. And then as long as you can still hear me, you're going to take your little fingers and just pop them inside your ear, but press up against the bone there. So just gently press up and then begin to wiggle your fingers, and you can wiggle them side to side, up and down. You could even do little circles. And just imagine this parasympathetic nerve for your parasympathetic nervous system. You're toning it. You could even wiggle your jaw. And then we're going to bring fingertips to ears and just begin to massage your ears, all around your ears. I know it's trickier to hear me, but just massage your ears, your earlobes, the top of the ear, the front of the ear, the back of the ear. And then hold on to your ears and very gently just pull out on them, just very gently. And imagine that you are mobilizing the fascia of your ear, but then also the fascia of your face. So just imagine that connective tissue across the face just being gently pulled, gently mobilized, being nice and healthy and flexible. And then our final little process here is bringing your fingertips, not your thumbs, but all of your fingertips to the center of your forehead. And you're going to gently scoop out to your temples and then flick away. So gently scoop out to the temples and then just flick away. And you can imagine that you're smoothing out the skin on your forehead. But even deeper than that, imagine that you are lightening your mental load. So you're scooping out any stress, any worries, and flicking away. Maybe it can just like can alchemize as it's flicked out of your system. We'll do that 4 more times. And then when you finish, let's bring hands facing down onto lap. And notice the effects in your physical body, in your energetic body, in your nervous system. And maybe it's really subtle, and that's all it needs to be, just to start to nudge you in a different direction. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it feels really quite profound in your body, this level of presence that you can now drop into. And notice what it feels when you are in this parasympathetic space, when you're in your parasympathetic nervous system. It's like everything else can just drop away. And from this place, just sense your natural energy or your natural resonance. If you were a musical note, what note would you be? And just imagine the essence or the resonance of you becoming more amplified. Not necessarily louder, but just more coherent. As if there's this kind of hum around you, as if you are setting the tone. And no doubt throughout the day, you're going to meet lots of other energetic beings with their own resonance. But imagine that you can really hold your own. You can really hold your tune. We don't have to, unless we want to, get drawn into the tune and the resonance of others. This is you. This is you in your body. This is you in your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your resonance. So really simple practices, but for me, really, really profound. Another thing I would like to share with you is a 30-minute class. So this week I've taught every day, which has been actually such a beautiful blessing. And I would love to share with you one of the 30-minute classes that I teach. I teach 3 mornings a week, but 2 very early mornings, 7:15 a.m. And we work with the pelvic floor, but also with weights. So we're looking at really supporting our bone density whilst not exacerbating the pelvic floor or any pelvic floor symptoms. So I want to share one of those classes with you. And if you can create some time over the weekend or over this next week to do the class once or twice, I think it would be just such a support to you, especially if, like me, you're on Easter holidays with the children. Yeah, just this importance of really putting ourselves first. I think it's the best thing we can do for everybody else is for us to be absolutely aligned and in resonance with ourselves so that we can meet whatever is coming at us from this really kind of embodied and calm and present place. Have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the beautiful sunshine. And I will see you next Saturday, unless I see you before. Lots of love.